following the signs. This is for those that are wanting to move forward in life. So if this is the advice you are looking for and you feel like this is the message for you, then stay tuned. If that's not what you're here for today, then you are more than welcome to stay also or move it along. But yeah, this is an energy of like, you feel like you're just at that point in life of what is keeping me stuck, caught in the ebbs and flows, no matter how hard you try. So let's have a look at your energy right now. Bit of an energy check-in. Whoever is watching this video, please spirit. Freedom and Devas. Yeah, you're feeling very called to really embrace yourself and to move forward in your life. Like, these guys aren't standing still, they're in a hurry. And it's like the more that you move forward, and it's like some of you are trying to run past your shadow here, or the shadows of the past. But this is really about embracing, those things that have happened to you, because they will be beneficial in this moving forward. Just because we do leave or move on from things and have horrible traumatic experiences, and I'm not trying to, minimize those experiences. However, it's like you've got to really reflect in order to be able to see the beauty in the pain. It sounds really fucked up, but what I'm getting at is that a lot of it has all happened to you for a reason, because this is all lessons that your soul has called in for you to learn. And you have learnt them. You've learnt them, and you've really got to now think, well, what have I learnt? What have I learned about myself? What am I learning about my ability to move forward here? Because you're being really encouraged to, maybe for some of you it is seeking like support through a new modality. Maybe this is something that you connect with someone who can support you on this journey as well. But with the Devas energy here, I feel like a lot of you do a lot of self-healing. So you could be very much working through a lot of this on your own, but you're also creating a beautiful environment for yourself, and it's being recognized by Spirit, and you're being really called now to keep nourishing whatever it is that you are really cultivating around your home. For some of you, this is a beautiful garden, plants, what's the word? I can't think of the word. I'm thinking of where you get plants and you can make a new plant come off a plant. I just can't think of the word right now. But whatever you've got going on, like, you could even be feeling like, I want to set up a fairy garden, or, and maybe those thoughts feel crazy. Like, I'm a fucking adult, like what? But it does. Don't allow those superficial social etiquette of, you're a grown up. Like, this is magic that's around you that really wants to be of assistance and support to you. And it's like the more that you invite and allow those energies in, the more you'll start receiving the benefits from them. Clear quartz could be a crystal you have or use, or this is something that you're really being called to obtain. Clear quartz is very activating across all chakras, and it's very good for mental clarity and for making clear choices and decisions. So how should you start this process of moving forward? Magician, he was out there. yeah, for a lot of you, it is that art of manifestation and really believing in your manifestations too. I think that's part of, bringing it into fruition, isn't it? Is also, having faith and trusting that your manifestations are coming, detaching from that energy. Boundaries. And it's like you're quite exhausted as well. But these boundaries are really going to be necessary in order for you to really start having that time for yourself as well. Hang on, let's just get the spread here. For a lot of you, emotionally, you haven't let go or turned your back on something. And you really have to allow yourself to feel these feelings. Like, what is keeping you emotionally tied to something right now where you feel like you can't walk away or that you're sort of stuck in it? And it's like, no matter how terrible something is, it doesn't mean that there weren't, moments that were good. So it's allowing yourself to mourn those things, or even just mourning that innocence for yourself of being still stuck in something. It could be like maybe you're feeling very protective and like, no, I'm not. I have moved on from this, but like still there's something like that. Maybe you're waiting for someone to come back, or something that has been influencing your decisions could be that you're feeling quite unstable within your financial state at this time, or, being confident to be an independent person, a solo person. Something you do possess that can give you strength is you're not an aggressive person. We've got the Seven of Wands here. You have been very open in, sharing ideas with other people and connecting through passion. You're an approachable person. And it's remembering that, shit things happen to good people. That doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It actually is the complete opposite there. And it could be your ability to empathize and your loving nature that, has been taken for weakness. As they do. The most important lesson that you could learn from this experience is probably going to be like just how much control the emotions can have over you, or how much control someone else's emotions have impacted you. The King of Cups in the reverse, he's not a very confident man. He's someone that has had his emotions toyed with. And so instead of learning from that and wanting to, stay grounded and balanced in his own, he entertains lower qualities of himself and becomes quite jealous and envious and controlling, manipulative with the emotions. So sometimes like our biggest, abuser, or the biggest lesson can often be like our greatest teacher, is what I'm getting at here. And it's understanding too that like it doesn't make you a weak person to have been victim to someone else's dysregulation. You also learn too about, the importance of, accepting yourself and knowing yourself as well. It's like once you accept, once you know, once you are in a very loving space, no one can really tell you much you don't already know about you. So it's also reminding you here that you've got to make those sacrifices and say the no's and do the work in order. It's a daily practice. It's an everyday thing. It's consistency in order to, it's like showing up for you. So where is the wind taking you next? Like it might feel like, okay, there's not much gust in this wind at the moment. I feel like I'm moving quite slowly, but it's leading you to something long lasting, something that is going to be with you, and bring you a lot of stability, financial abundance into your life. So what is this Eight of Cups in the reverse? Tell us more about that. Yeah, it's just something that's very heavy for you. It's like this burden that you are carrying around. And you've been carrying it on your own. I feel like you don't really have anyone who can help carry the load of this. Yeah. Ten of Cups in the reverse. And the Emperor. You will regain this control. Or a lot of you maybe have someone who's very much been in control of your happiness or in control of, you feeling trapped in this and not being able to emotionally move away or withdraw. You could very much be wanting to just overlook this and feel like that you are strong enough to just move on. But the fact of the matter is that this is something that's obviously emotionally still running through you. It's like you don't have it. Not feeling what you want to feel. That's really weighing on you. Not feeling like you can let something go. But, putting on this front that I'm in control of this. So how do you release this control? Got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Two of Swords in the reverse. There's just a lot of disappointment. And you could feel maybe you are still in an environment which is obviously going to make it extremely difficult to be able to try and move away from something when you are still stuck in it. For those of you still stuck in it, what advice does this collective need to leave? Could have been avoiding time to yourself or avoiding self-reflection. You're really being called to create space, Because this avoidance of allowing yourself time to think about things, to process, to gain that wisdom from this experience is really going to hold you back here. Yeah. Four of Swords in the reverse. Why are you avoiding it? Indecision or a wrong decision? It could also be just the, where is that book? I feel like called to get this book here. What was it? Freedom. All right. Understand that everything in your life right now is completely within your power to change. Once you cooperate with your soul's request to be free from emotional or physical ties, you become limitless and can run free again. The arrival of the horses bring news of personal journeys and new directions. The white horse brings truth, honor, and integrity, and the dark horse brings the shadow of mystery, pride, and illusions. Bringing both together to create a yin-yang balance allows you to understand what is preventing your freedom. Follow through with your agreements before you make new commitments. You may feel that you are not in control of your life right now. In fact, you are. You can decide at this moment how to react to the circumstances within your environment. Observe your surroundings and discover what your soul really wants. You already have the power and freedom to choose within you. The question is, what direction do you wish to run? Yeah. There's definitely a lot that's going on around you. It's like a stay or go type situation. That's why this having this time out is really detrimental for you being able to gain this clarity, to feel the feels, to be able to let it go. What do we got here? The Nine of Pentacles. What's influencing this decision? Yeah, stability is a big factor here. For some of you, this could be somebody who is lacking stability in their own life, but also someone who is not helping to invest in you. You've got a really good bounce back quality about you in the sense that you can overcome pain. You've been betrayed before. You've had many stabs in the back, let's just be honest. And so you understanding this and how it works, you know, you've been through, think of those times where you really thought, how the fuck am I going to get past this? Or I can't do that, or I can't do this. And it's like, you've got to really think about the things that you have done and that you have been able to overcome in your life, because that is where you're going to draw your strength from. You're really going to be learning also just, you know, how much being around these lower vibe energies that are taking from you is really, you know, causing you to miss really good opportunities for you in your life, or opportunities that you yourself want to make the decisions that you want. This is where you've really got to remember free will. Everybody, free will, you have it. You know, whatever you take from this reading, you'll use it as you do. But you've got to remember that is part of your process of life too. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I feel like that's a daily practice as well. Like, you've really got to, you know, what do you want here? Any more about this Knight of Pentacles? Where is the wind taking you? Where is the wind taking you? Yeah, it's having you see clearer. You know, you're really going to be overcoming anything that is just there to waste your time. Yeah. Oh, I love that. No longer accepting immature, petty, can't show up for yourself, can't show up for me type people, and really gaining your own truth, speaking your truth, walking your truth. So just know that whatever you are feeling like, you know, I can't get past it, you can. You've just really got to create this time and space for yourself in order to be able to do so. For whoever you are, I hope this helped. Please drop me a comment if it resonated. Like and subscribe to Following the Signs. I'll see you in the next one.